Going on? What's going on? Hey, y'all know what it is. It is Thursday evening for
Yes, indeed.
a edition of the Under No Conditions podcast. This is your host. I am just one half of the team, man. This your boy Isaac Iceman, and I'm sitting over here, man, with my wonderful, crazy ass co-host, Church Lady. Yeah, man, that's what we do. It is Thursday at 7 o'clock, man. We
Yes,
back at it
indeed.
again. Today, man, we was thinking about giving y'all some small talk, but man, I think today we get ready to get back into it. We're gonna get right to it.
We'll get
So
right to it.
check this out, man. Surviving relationships and loving in conflict.
Hmm.
Whoo, boy,
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep.
you get ready to pull the dog bones out, man. You gonna have people digging holes and all that. Man. So
Yeah, somebody
how,
going to bed angry tonight.
hey, so yeah, man, we gonna dig deep. So how does that happen? Like how do you fight fair conflict? I'm trying to figure that out.
Man, you know what? First of all, that take a lot of maturity. It has to. It has to be a situation where two people are not arguing or fighting to respond. You really fighting to listen. You know what I'm saying, and then respond. But I'm telling you, man. With the research that I read, and I'm just coming to know this. Like, it's nothing wrong with fighting. There's nothing wrong with arguing, but it got to be a fair thing. It can't be one person defensive, and it can't just be, I got to cuss you out. I got to get this one last jab in. But I think, like the article said, you definitely can fight fair and it strengthen your relationship. Now, I don't know. You gonna have to talk to me about that because that would be something new for me.
Well,
Because I
fight.
tend to go into
Whew.
shutdown mode and get real quiet when when I'm dealing with something with my partner, and that's something that I actively got work on.
Oh, you going to tic tac toe mode, huh?
Excuse me.
You going to tic tac toe mode? That's what you do. She pull out the tic tac toe game, X's and O's and lines and circles.
I
She,
just
she
get quiet. That's all.
No, just tell
I
her
get
like it is.
quiet.
Just tell her like it is. You shut
Well, look,
down.
I go into shutdown mode. I don't talk to you till the next day.
Yeah, I know.
I got
It's
work
okay.
on that.
It's okay. I mean, we all a work in progress.
Yeah,
That's a it's a big subject because it's a lot of working parts
yeah, a lot.
around being able to not only handle yourself in conflict, however, continue to set boundaries in that conflict and still
Mm,
love your partner after the conflict.
yeah,
However, that takes a lot of internal work that many of us a lot of times we think we do T. Like, let's go back to last week. We was talking about healing, right? Because
yeah,
this kind of all ties into one. People be really thinking they be healing, but healing is a lifelong process.
it
And
is.
when you in that process of healing, and the first thing that triggers something that you haven't addressed,
It
many of
take
us
you all the way back.
right, many of us start right back over again.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad
And
you said that.
and then we try to figure out what happened
Hmm.
because everybody's healing journey is different and everybody has different levels to their healing. But the one thing I like for myself, it's like you got to let go,
Mm.
and you got to change your belief system,
Hmm.
because the things that you've learned or the experiences that you've learned from your past relationships, if you don't make a conscious decision to not to carry them into every relationship, then how you expect to heal?
You
How do
can't.
how do you even expect to learn how to even deal with conflict? Conflict can be something as simple as I want two slices of bread and you give me one. Now I got an attitude.
Yeah,
Now I got an attitude over a slice of bread. It ain't the slice of bread.
agreed.
Sometimes it's the lack of. And I always say, and I've learned even for myself, when you with your partner, whatever your situation is, whether whatever you want to call it, listen to what your partner is complaining about, and then you begin to get a better understanding of what they're lacking.
Yeah, that's it. That's deep, man. That's you. Hey, that's deep.
You know what I'm
That's really
saying?
deep. Yeah.
Because it's a difference between listening and hearing.
Hmm.
I can hear you all day, However, am I listening?
Right.
Even in the conflict, T, there has to be a dialogue, and there has to be a place where both individuals have to understand, like, this is a place where you can express yourself. However, you're gonna respect me in this place also.
Right. Right. Well, let me ask you your thoughts on this. Let me get okay, and then you kind of like preaching to me here. Um, I whether I'm in a relationship or any type of conflict, it just depends. You know what I'm saying? Somebody I really don't know, I'm willing to go back to back, toe to toe, whatever. We could do whatever you want. I'm on. But when it's somebody that I really care about, I do go into shutdown mode because I'm afraid I'm going to say something that's going to ruin the whole dynamic. And a lot of times my family don't understand that, and in my my intimate relationships, they don't understand that. And I think not I think I've been told that it's like I'm ignoring them, but it's kind of like a precaution for me because I don't know how to manage, saying stuff, fighting fair. So instead of getting into it right with you right then and there, I'm gonna walk away and I'm not gonna say nothing. But I think that really offends people, and they feel like I'm ignoring them. But it's kind of like, where do you find that balance? My question to you is, how do you find that balance, and how do you articulate that to somebody without them feeling like you brushing them off? You
You
know?
gotta you gotta go through it. You gotta go through it. And you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with what you're capable of.
Hmm.
And also understanding what your beliefs are in that situation. That's two. And three is, are you bringing those feelings, because feelings are always fact. Are you bringing them from a place of what somebody else, or based on another experience that has happened to you?
Hmm.
Because if I can continue to compare and carry over experiences, and then I tell myself that I'm healing, I'm really not healing. I'm just carrying over the experiences. And at that point, I'm always hoping for something to happen wrong.
Hmm.
I'm always looking for the conflict in the simplest form. It's really about being able to understand the power of communication.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an example. When you and I in a relationship, and it's some things about your behavior that I may not be copacetic about.
Hmm.
However, I accept. In that process, I'm suffering because I know if I say something to you, I know what it's going to bring. However, I'm going to continue to avoid it. I'm going to continue not to deal with it until it gets to a point. Now, for me, I don't like to argue. I'm not,
Me
I'd
either.
rather sit
Right.
down and have a conversation with you.
Right.
However, when it gets to that point, when I tell you, you do something, and then I look at you and I tell you, I don't like that.
Hmm.
Your first immediate response, because of who you are and you know what you're doing and the type of person that you're doing, you might tell me, I've been doing it. And you may
Right.
not. And you
Right.
may look at me crazy, like, okay, he may be setting a boundary that I may be uncomfortable with.
Mm.
Now, when you get to that point, there's no need for me to shut down. Let's walk through it.
Mm.
Now, in order for that to be successful, I can't continue to bring up how many times you've done it.
Right. That's it.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I gotta
Yeah.
deal with it like, look, man, it's notice something that I know that you do, and I've been uncomfortable with it for a while. I just haven't been able to articulate it up until this point.
Right. That's good right there. That's a good response. I just haven't been able to articulate it up until this point.
However,
Very good.
I've been allowing you to do it, and it really hurts my feelings when you do that.
Right. But let me ask you this: if you would go to your partner and you say that, would you rather a partner that is ready to go off on a handle, or would you rather a partner say, "Listen, I don't want to talk about this right now"? Let me get myself together and we talk about it later.
That's still an avoid. I'm still avoiding it.
But is it really avoiding if you know that, you know what I mean? If the person knows that they are not able to articulate themselves right then and there, the way that might be respectful, you know what I'm saying? Or that's expected.
I have to get to a place where I got to put on my big boy pants and I got to deal
Mm,
with this because guess what? Me telling you all the time when we get into a situation, that's part of the shutdown. I don't want to talk about it right now.
right, right.
So so yes, we may talk about it later, but some things sometimes we need to talk about some things right now.
Agreed.
So approach do matter, but I don't have no tack in that. I'm a
Yeah, yeah.
woo man. Look, hey man, go get the dog, man, cause we about to get this. And I'm gonna be transparent. I don't have no tack, y'all.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you, cause if I look at you, I'm gonna say it,
Mm,
and I'm not gonna say it to you in a place of hatred or to put you down. I'm gonna say it to you in a place of protection and love.
mm,
Now it's up to you whether you take it. However, I know where I'm coming, and that goes along with knowing your partner.
right, right. You gotta know
Now,
your partner.
yeah, now if you with a partner that in conflict, all they do is beat you down, you gonna always shut down
Yeah, that's it. Right there.
because you're not gonna be able to feel like you in a safe space. Now you suffering. Oh, I like her. Yeah, she does all these other things good, but guess what? In conflict,
She's not meeting my needs in conflict.
yeah, it's
We're not
we
resolving
yeah,
nothing.
we're not
I don't
resolving
feel
nothing.
heard or
It ain't
seen.
it ain't
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the key word. It's
And,
not safe
and,
there.
and sometimes when we say we're not being seen or not being heard, many times, like I've learned to be careful, is that if you're not careful with that, that could be part of the manipulation.
Mm.
So I want to take that moment of not being seen and heard. Once again, I'm gonna go back to what I talked about earlier. Now I'm gonna tell you everything you've been doing,
Right. Right.
so I can feel better. It's not about resolving the issue.
It's
It's
you offloading all
yeah,
that stuff
I'm
that you
dumping.
kept to yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah. You
dumping
just
all
going
over the
you
place.
telling everything. You telling you all you done moved to the dog the way I walk the dog. I don't put no gas in the car. Like you bring, and that's the truth. You bringing up when you finally feel like you can talk to that person, a person like that.
Man, who
You
you
putting
tell?
everything out because you
Hey,
don't know the next time you gonna be able to talk to
yeah,
them like
man. When
that.
I asked you to walk the dog last week, man, you told me you was tired. So my
Yeah,
thing is, I don't have a right to be tired.
right.
Or check this out. I like this one because this you want me to do something, I'm gonna do it. I may not do it when you want me to do it. However, I'm always gonna get it done.
But can I say this in all fairness? That
I
takes that takes time to know your partner, to get to know your partner. Because
okay.
if I'm used to dealing with people who say, yeah, I'm gonna do that, and here we are 10 months later, the refrigerator door is still falling off the hinges, then I have to learn how to trust you because based on my past experience, I don't know if you're gonna do it. So I might continue to ask you.
I'm gonna say this to you, man. If you had three other boyfriends before me, man, and your refrigerator keep off the hinges and I ain't fix them, you needed to get rid of their ass. Cause I like to
See,
eat.
ain't
I like
nobody
look.
asked you all
Hey
that.
man,
Ain't nobody
I
talking
like
about them. We
look.
talking about you.
I don't like my ice cream cold. I like my water cold, man. And I like my I like my food fresh. Hey man, if you just tuned in, this is the Under No Conditions, man. This is what we do,
Yes.
man. I'm your host, Isaac. That's my co-host over there, my wonderful co-host T. We talking about surviving and loving in conflict today.
Yeah.
You know what? That was a great example because what happens, think that now you said this, right? And I'm
Hmm.
happy you said that. Think
Hmm.
about now, you've had three relationships where your partner didn't know how to fix a refrigerator.
Right.
Now you asking the fourth partner to fix a refrigerator. You don't even have no trust in him
Yeah.
because you carrying over what
What
everybody
happened in
else
the
has
past?
done.
But don't everybody do that though?
We have, as people, we have to learn how to let go, man,
Yeah,
and understand that people are going to be who they are. They're going to bring you what they're going to bring you, and be real about our expectations.
yeah,
But when I'm having a conversation with you, I do want to feel like I have a voice, and I want you to be able to hear me and understand me. I don't expect for you to agree with everything that I say.
right,
That's not what it's
right,
about.
right.
At that point, it's not what it's about. It's about being able to sit down and have a healthy dialogue
Mhm,
with each other.
mhm.
So if you don't speak to me for 10 minutes, that's as long as you're gonna be not speaking.
Right. But it ain't gonna be no week in 2 days, week
No,
in
it's going
month,
no.
right?
Look, you got 10 minutes.
Okay.
Now go in there and fix me something to eat.
But the refrigerator door broke. I can't get in.
Hey, it's gonna be fixed.
Hey, look,
Hey,
that's good.
hey man,
Okay,
we a fool,
okay,
man. That's what we do. I'm gonna fix
yes,
it. Matter of
yeah,
fact, while you fussing, I'm going to the tool shed. I'm going to get them
right. Go
screws.
and get your stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
let me
okay,
let me fix this
all
door, man,
right,
because I've been slacking. Yeah, you right about that. I got that. Yeah, man, but that's those are real life issues that happen. And hey T, how about, even we ain't even talking about the relationship. We're talking about like everyday friendships.
yeah,
How people deceive you
mhm,
in your personal relationships in conflict,
yeah,
right? The
yeah,
dislike that comes along with that. You might have a partner or your girlfriend, y'all been kicking it, y'all been making money, but all the time she waiting.
yeah,
And then when you find you get into a position where y'all have a disagreement, or it's a real serious conflict, you gonna find out about your partner. You could be like,
absolutely.
you could be like,
It's like,
yo,
dang, yeah, that's true.
yeah. You could
Yeah,
be like,
and
for
you know what?
real?
I think sometimes that hurts worse than like a relationship disappointment. You know what I'm saying? Like when your friend, your homegirl, your homeboy that's been down with you through whatever, and then you find out, dang, you weren't really down with me in the first place.
Yeah. I did a segment about 8 months ago. I think I did it. How when you find out friendships that you thought was friendships, they was hating you all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
That's deep.
yeah. It is.
And that becomes
Hurt.
part of, yeah, it becomes part of the conflict. However, thinking about it, we put trust and sometimes many of the wrong things,
Yeah.
because a lot of times our relationships fit into who we are, not
Mhm.
what we're about.
Right. I
So if it
like that.
fits into what I'm doing and who I am, I'm good with it.
Right.
Until it gets to what is it about,
Mhm.
now we got conflict. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm really now I want to put the square in the circle
Right.
instead of putting a circle in a circle and a square in a square. Now we got a
Mhm.
problem.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So conflict and being able to handle conflict. I think sometimes when you have conflict and you have a slight shutdown, it's healthy.
Yeah.
It's healthy if you give yourself an opportunity to kind of unload and look at it from a different perspective
Right. Every group. Yeah.
and regroup and be like, you know what? She said some things, man. I might need to look at that.
Right. Or
Or
he said some things, you
or
know.
yeah,
So
or
yeah.
he said some things, and
Yeah.
you know what? And it's and what's would be crazy sometimes? Your partner will tell you something that you already know.
Absolutely.
But because the way you feel about him or her, when they say it in that moment,
Yeah.
you be
Already.
tight.
Yeah. Because it hurt. It seemed like it hurt worse. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it hurt? Because they telling you something that you already
You
know.
already
You
know
already know.
how
You
what,
know what I'm
but
saying?
goes back to what we was just talking about. Yeah, you already know it, and he already know it, or she already know it. But I've been doing it to you, and you've been suffering in it because you haven't said nothing. Now you've said something.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at you crazy
Yeah.
because I know what I've been doing.
Right.
That be the thing. Like I
But
know I've been doing this.
but what about the scenarios like this where um my grandmother always tell me, before you blame somebody, look at yourself first. Look at what you did in the situation and acknowledge where you could have made some changes. But one other thing she told me that I stick by: if you're the common denominator, let's just say, somebody, your partner tell you, look, man, you got a nasty attitude in the morning. Like, your attitude is horrible. And yeah, my ex dude said that, my baby father said that, my high school sweetheart said. So then you're the common denominator, because all three of these niggas don't know each other. You know what I'm saying? So you're the common denominator, and people hate when you say that. You know what I mean? Because it forces them to acknowledge it might not be everybody else. It might be you, but you know what? The good part in it, it might be me, but that's my opportunity to sink or float. Am I going to do better, or am I going to continue to be in the same behaviors? So in my next relationship, once this partner get tired of it, they will tell me the same thing. You
You you
know?
know you was thinking, you was saying that, and I was thinking about this, right? I'm with you. You done picked up 80 pounds.
Hmm.
It's affecting your health, and it's affecting our relationship. And I asked you to lose weight, and you hold me accountable for your weight loss.
Hmm.
We go through this process. You leave, and you lose 100 pounds for something else versus the value of our relationship. So at that point, now you really let me know that you didn't value our relationship in the beginning. So to say this, if you wake up in the morning, you know your attitude stink.
Hmm.
And if you don't make a decision to change it without me telling you, how much do you value me?
Mm, I ain't think of it like that. That's
I
true.
I know when I get up in the morning, I don't say good morning all the time.
Hmm.
Now I do,
Right.
cuz I'm grateful to be alive every day.
Yeah.
Cuz I know what I do. And I know how to say I love you. I know how to say I appreciate you. I know how to say good night. You good? You need anything? You need me to help? Like, I know those things. Those things are important. Those are
Right.
validations. Like, that's a value.
Yeah.
But if you waking up every morning and you got an attitude and you have the expectations that I supposed to be subjected to that, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say nothing after a while, nah, you can't value me. It's time for me to go.
Right.
Cause I'm gonna tell
Good
you,
example.
I'm gonna tell you, you stink. Yo, your attitude stink. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
Right.
I ain't gonna go back and forth. We ain't gonna have no argument.
I'm
I don't
just
know
gonna
what's
tell you.
look. I don't know what's going on with you, but you need to get it together.
Right.
And
And
if you
what
don't,
you do with that is up to you. But it
it's
lets me know if you value me as your partner.
exactly because guess
Right.
what? I need to I need to hold myself accountable now.
Mm. Because you subjecting yourself to that.
Yeah, I'm in pain. I'm hurting. I've been hurting because I've been allowing you to wake up and be disrespectful to me in the morning because I love you and I
Mm.
don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm gonna hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hurt your feelings in such a mannerable way. You can't even be mad. You can't even say I even cussed at you. How you?
Right. Right. He need to cuss me out, girl, but he cussed me out.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then vice
Yeah.
versa for men too, because
Yeah.
you know, and that has a lot to do with what are many of your experiences. However, I feel like as humans, we are around enough people, and we have seen and experienced enough to know some things to do and some things not to do.
Right. 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 The
And
older
if
you
you,
get, you would
yeah,
think that some people would understand that.
yeah, as you mature, it's some things I think internally, I think just clicks. It just happens in your life. Like you get to a point, like you're a mature young lady. It's certain things right now you're like, I don't care how fine he is, you ain't
Yeah,
going
I'm not
for it.
dealing with that.
You gonna
Yeah.
set the boundary from the Olive Garden. Look,
Right.
nigga, you slurping in that straw, you gonna cut that shit out.
Yeah. You gonna stop licking that motherfucking plate. You
Cause
gonna
I can't
stop
lick.
picking that plate up
Yeah,
and
cause I
lick
can't.
it.
Cause I can't lick mine.
Right. You gonna stop, okay?
Yeah, like
You know?
this the simplest things,
Yeah.
and it be the simplest things when you set that boundary, people look at you funny. Dad, girl, I was just looking at the plate. Don't do that around me again,
Yeah.
please.
Please.
I
Please.
don't like it.
Yeah.
And if you do it again, you ain't got to worry about me hearing from you again.
Right.
I don't care how much I like you.
Right.
Damn, I just stopped calling me. You know why?
But you know it's necessary, man. I'm telling you know, sometimes you had told me that in the past when you give me relationship advice in the beginning, and I used to be like, man, that's kind of cold. But no, it's not. Why I'm gonna subject myself to something that I'm not in agreement with? You know what I'm saying? I, it's not because I think I'm better, but
Yeah,
I'm just not. I'm just not gonna be with somebody that's licking the plate and
yeah,
slurping straws and stuff.
yeah.
That's just my boundary,
Yeah,
and that's not putting you down, but that's just
exactly.
letting you know I ain't gonna deal with it.
And it's funny that we're talking about it. We're using that example, but we know we both understand the in depth of just that plight right there, how
Yeah,
simple it is, how
yeah,
serious it can be. Because what happens is we begin to accept that.
yeah,
Now
yeah,
everywhere you go, you look in the plate, you
yeah.
slurping. It's like something as small as like you chewing gum and smacking.
Yes, yes. Something small like that. Most people think you willing to throw a relationship away for that. Yeah. At this
Yep.
point, yeah.
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 Yo,
I am.
could you close your mouth while you
Yeah,
chew?
could you not do
Like
that?
now
Yeah.
that's part of mannerism. Like
It is. That's just basic stuff. We ain't even hey look, we
yeah,
ain't even got into the meat of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, no, you can't hang out with your homeboys all night. You 52
yeah,
years old. Why
yeah,
you at the studio? What are
yeah,
you doing? You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, and
Six.
that's something so small
Yeah,
that, like you said, if it, I just subject myself to it, I just accept it. Now it done became this big, you know.
yeah.
So,
I,
but let me
look,
ask you this question before we close out: if you could give advice to one male out there, a young guy, I'm gonna just say, and that little crook right there, 30 to maybe 35, because you right there on that cusp of hitting your 40s, but you still young. You close to your 20s. What would you say to a dude 30 to 35? Just
you
any
know,
relationship advice.
you know what I would tell a dude from 30? Know who you are. Know what you know what you're willing to accept and know what you're not willing to accept and stand on that.
Mhm.
Two, understand everybody that you're gonna meet, they're gonna bring a suitcase. Some might have a carriage, some might have six, eight bags, and
Right,
you have to determine on what's your ability on how you're gonna deal with certain things.
right.
And three, always put yourself in a position where you can learn how to communicate.
Yeah,
And it don't always have to be pretty, but learn how to communicate.
right. All right.
Because communication is communication is the key. However, it's more in depth because you have really different types of communications. But
Mm-hmm.
when you communicate verbally, people I know, and if we in the people's field, and people always talk about, well, it's how they say it. I don't care how you say it. Let me
Right,
hear it.
right,
Let me hear it. Because at that time, I might need to hear it like that, even though I don't like it.
right. Yeah,
Cause you said some things to me, man. I be looking at you crazy. I be like, yeah, I heard you. I heard you.
yeah.
I don't say nothing. I heard, yeah, I hear you.
I hear you talking. I hear you
Yeah,
playing.
I hear you. I got you.
Yeah, I heard exactly what you said. Yeah,
Yep. And let me go process this. Yeah, cause she
yeah.
said something. Yeah, it touched me. I got it.
Right.
I ain't gotta like it.
No.
Yeah. People be wanting. I want you to say it soft. Don't ask Isaac nothing.
Hey, but can I
See,
say this though?
yeah,
Before we, I look, as aggressive as I can be, in certain areas, I'm very sensitive, and I'm one of them people that when I'm dating somebody, I do like them to say stuff, and this is a fault of mine. I want you to say it real gentle to me, but I do go ham on other people. I know I do. That's something I got to work on. That's something, admittedly, that I have to work on. Okay, so yeah. I'm just putting myself out there. You know, I'm learning. I'm learning too. This episode really helped me too. All right, man, because you about to say something smart. Listen, all right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Tonight it was a good show. We love y'all. We hope that we gave y'all some
Hey, y'all
nuggets.
see this? She in her feelings, man. This my dog, man. This my co-host, man. Before the show, I told her, I said, man, we gonna dig the bone. We gonna get to it.
We got to it though.
Cause
Seriously,
we not perfect.
nah,
And it's issues in the world like this that we have to discuss and we have to learn from each other.
yeah,
And it doesn't always have to feel pretty. However, it's always a learning experience. And I'm happy to come on here and share those experiences with our guests and learn from you. I
yes,
hope you learn something from me. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. The next time you meet a guy and he can't fix the refrigerator, man, tell that man to go up the street, man. Cause man, you ain't gonna keep calling me talk about man. I need I need a handyman over here. My man at work, he don't know how to work a Phillips screwdriver.
he didn't even know what a Phillips
My,
screwdriver
yeah, my
was.
hands with my refrigerator off. I can't keep my food closed. Man, you better go somewhere with that,
You
man.
you gonna stop? You gonna stop telling my business?
Hey, man, look, this is what we do on the Under No
Look
Conditions
at this
podcast,
podcast.
man. This is what we do,
Absolutely,
man. We have a great time.
yes,
Once again, hey, we want to thank everybody that has replied to our posts and viewed our reels. Hey, man, church lady, man, tell them where you at, man. Tell them what's going on with you.
man. Well, I lost my IG page, man. My private, my personal page, man. Auntie can't figure that password out. IG keeps sending the codes to the wrong number, so I can't even send you over there. But you can check my business page out at 1827 Wax and Aesthetics. Check it out, man. But my private page, 1827 Wax Lady, you ain't got comment over there because I ain't even gonna see it, bro. Auntie getting up. Man, Auntie put 47 passwords in that thing. That joint kept saying, and sorry, wrong password.
Hey, man,
And
you got to reset that whole page, man.
I can't. It's not, listen, I done sent Kim Kardashian a message. I can't get through to nobody on
Yeah,
Instagram.
she ain't gonna respond. She don't even know her own.
Okay, all right, I'm out. All
So
right,
yeah,
y'all.
you. Hey man, look once again. Thank you for
Thank
tuning
y'all for
into an
tuning
epic
in.
episode to Under No Conditions podcast, man.
Yes,
Look, if you ain't learned nothing today, I hope that we were able to teach you guys a little something about learning how to communicate in
yes,
conflict when it is uncomfortable. And
yeah.
with myself, church lady, we appreciate you. And if ain't nobody tell you they love you guys today, we
We
love
love
you.
you.
And we see you next week. We out. Peace.
Peace.